Welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are continuing our episodes of American Horror Story. This is now episode 5 of Hotel. So, the last one was a peculiar one, Devil's Night, all based around an annual thing that March has set up for all the famous serial killers who have crossed his path. I'm presuming that's why it was those specific ones. Including the Zodiac Killer, Jeffrey Dahmer. The female, the prostitute one, I didn't know her. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it's one I've just never heard of, or it's an American one, I've no idea. But the significant thing in the episode was our Countess has now lured in Holden's mum. After she's seen him, tried to take him home, thinking everything was fine when it isn't. He tried to bite her, saying he wants to go home to his other mum. And she's given in to her well when she explained to her the only way to still be with him. So what her husband John's going to do when he finds that out, or if as and when he finds that out, I have no clue. He spent the whole episode either drugged or witnessing something that wasn't real as far as he's concerned. So anyway, let's just carry on, see where it goes next. This is episode 5.
All of the antibiotics that they're using aren't working.
Hi, Max.
They think the pneumonia is turning to staph.
There's a way to save him. Those that are neglected, she said, remember?
Why don't you go get a coffee or a sandwich?
The same thing is what happened to Holden here. A child whose parents just neglected them. Okay, that's not good. She's in the blood bank. That's why he's where he is. Giving him her lifeblood.
I told you already I don't have any use for you.
You were wrong about that.
Who's this?
The answer to your prayers.
Oh,
You
he's
said you wanted an
okay.
inside man. She's it. And Iris here is the key. Nobody gets closer to the Countess than she does. I did what I had to do.
I don't know if that's edible or just mercenary.
Either way, you're intrigued.
You're reckless.
Begging me for snacks.
Jalapeno cheddar, my favorite.
It's incredible.
You're not going to get to keep
Can I
him.
see his chart?
Doctor, I don't know what you did, but I know you saved my son's life. Thank you.
Yeah, and now you're going to lose him.
Let's get the paperwork ready for his discharge.
It looks like Mama needs a little hair of a dog to help her sleep it off.
Yeah.
What is it?
There's a special something.
You get to be my age, men look right through you. Unless they want something. It's not just them, it's everyone. You're invisible unless you can give them a key. It's ironic, isn't it? I'm damned to eternity in this body.
Oh dear. Wow.
You weren't really gonna die. I was in the hospital. Measles. I had red spots all over. Ow!
Oh.
Did you just bite me?
Yep.
There. We're even. Now you can taste my blood.
But.
What happened?
Oh shit, no. Oh, I did not know that happened.
Mike.
What the shit's going on here? This is the whole class? This kid's ruthless. He don't care at all.
Drink. It'll make you feel awesome.
Jill, come help me now. He's been attacked. Fatty, put the school in lockdown. Oh my God. Lockdown. This is not a drill. Lockdown.
Bloodfest in a school here. This is insane. This is why you can't just do what you did and let him go. All from turning one kid and not explaining.
Don't be afraid.
You're safe now.
They are the ones you need to be worried about.
Madeline, I know you've been through a lot, but you're safe. No one's gonna hurt you anymore, okay?
Okay. There was just one man, dressed in black. He had a mask over his face. And he cut Mrs. Pritchard with a knife.
Oh, you've got prepared stories.
And he was a big guy, and he had a mask on his face. And...
Suspects: John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, Richard Ramirez, Eileen Wuornos.
I'm not saying it was them. Of course it wasn't. That's who they claim to be.
It's Halloween, detective. It occurred to you that maybe that might.
Yeah, of course it occurred to me.
You're gonna look nuts here.
That's not what this is. Who claimed to be him? A guy who I think is responsible for the 5 dead bodies on the wall in my office. I stake my reputation on it.
You're gonna have to ante up more than that because your reputation's shit.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
We were wondering if you had any special rates for, like, influencers.
What?
I beg your pardon?
I used to shoot for On Trivia Magazine.
Everyone started pooping out kids.
So many brats.
No, the
doorbell would not stop.
This is a hard no. I'm out.
No, babe, can we try and make this work?
Justin, you keep dropping us in these situations. Are these the only towels? They're made of, like, sandpaper or something.
I'll send up some extras.
So, you want a discount on the room, but you want it to be 5-star?
Like, review all that we just asked you for?
Wow. Her costumes are fabulous.
It's all the people in the costumes. It's just keeps me on edge.
She
must be.
Shouldn't she be able to tell if no one else is like?
Really simple for you. There is a restaurant renaissance happening downtown right now. So
Well,
all you
go.
gotta do is pick up the phone, order out, and bring in some pate for Christ's sakes.
Try pulling that in the hotel, see how far I get.
Bitches want pate. Pate they shall have.
Oh man, I don't understand how cat food can smell worse than cat poop.
You see everything when the world doesn't see you.
Wow.
Guilty as charged. So, how does something like this happen?
How does a married man from Topeka wind up as Liz Taylor?
Yeah.
In the Hotel Cortez? Her name was Tracy. She married me because she was 30 and needed to marry someone.
It's for your trip.
This is a 707. I fly a 757 to Los Angeles. It has only 2 engines.
Don't you have to
You
decide?
fly?
The real release came when I was finally alone in my room.
Take it easy there.
I was transformed.
And that was that. Why would you be interested in him?
Get out of my room. This isn't what it looks like. It's Paco Rabanne.
Not your skin.
No.
Your blood. You don't lack beauty. You lack commitment. With that white slip and shame-wrapping fur, I christen you Liz Taylor.
What if he has AIDS?
Of course it's
How
the
could you
AIDS.
let me do that?
I'm not gay.
You are so toast at the office, man. See me and go to hell!
Howdy,
Yes.
boys.
See ya. You deserve that.
We have 2 selves. One, the world needs us to be compliant. And the shadow.
I never went back to Topeka. I kept the fur.
You never
Send
went
the
back
money.
home, did you?
You're clearly a danger to society.
There you go.
Somebody help! Oh my god! You have no idea what it's like to
She needed it not just for the kill, not just for the blood, she needed it for the kill, for the release, for the frustration, for a lifetime of suffering. That was brilliant.
Something real happened here. And it wasn't a dream.
I don't remember anything. Anything at all.
And it's gonna happen again. And again. And again. And you can't stop it.
You think I went too far?
Not at all.
Not at all. Hope this isn't plasma.
This red is the Grenache blend. They never had a chance to finish.
Does that mean you'll stay with me forever?
As long as your mommy obeys the rules, she can stay as long as she likes.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
But we've only had a minute together.
You misunderstand, Alex. You and Holden will have forever.
Wow. So you get to spend forever down there. Okay, so that was episode 5. I really enjoyed that episode, especially because we got some backstory on the bar guy, because we'd had nothing at all. I wanted to know more, and we got it. We finally got it. And his frustrations of the life he had before in the 80s with a wife and a kid, and feeling as though something wasn't right with his life. She coming and finding him and giving him that release. But she hasn't turned him. She felt there wasn't the need to. Just to go and work for her instead. And he's not gay. Which happens quite a lot. I don't see why anybody should have a problem with however people want to be. I mean, granted, the reason the two guys that he was with were so homophobic is it was 1984. I was around in 1984 when none of us knew anything about AIDS or HIV or anything, and they just jumped to the automatic assumption that they came out with and totally deserve that. But it's given her, now I don't know her name. What's her name? Kathy Bates' character. I still don't know her damn name. I'm gonna have to look it up. Their names, I've noticed a lot in this season, their names don't get mentioned very much at all. So she's felt even though she's been used by a son to try to, as far as they're concerned, be the inside person to the Countess because of this Ramona. She now feels revitalised, breath of fresh air. Like she said, didn't realise I could live until I died. And that couple, that hipster couple, absolutely just 100% frigging asked for that. The way they think they can just talk and treat people. And you're trying to get discount on the hotel and then going, but I want this and this and I demand this and demand this, and talking to people like they're your servants. Yeah, I would have killed Barry as well. It was great. Now then, I'm kind of on board with a lot of what the Countess stands for. It's not all of it, but what Holden's mum's just done in this episode with the kid in the hospital, I don't know whether that's going to backfire or come back as a backlash on it when the Countess finds out. Because as far as I'm aware now, because he went just running back to school and pretty much turned the entire classroom and got them to all come up with the same alibi as to a big tall man in black clothing and a black mask came in and did all of this. They're all each now going to go back to their own homes and feed and kill. it will spread like a virus. I'm waiting to see what comes from that, because she's not mentioned it. Countess doesn't know yet, at least as far as I'm aware, she doesn't. And it was all because she felt she could just go and do what she'd done for her without knowing the consequences. You can't just put him back in society and pretend like everything will be okay, that you've just saved his life as a doctor, because that's not what happened. So I'm expecting the next episode, or within the next couple of episodes, it's showing exactly what comes of all of that, because the police have just gone, and the SWAT team have just gone into that school thinking there's some crazed killer chopping up kids and teachers and rescuing all the kids out there, and kids are the problem. Fabulous. I love how insane world American Horror Story is in. It's just so good. Right, I will be back with episode 6 in a few days' time. We do 2 episodes of this a week, which I'm sure you're aware of by now. If you want to watch this in full length, it'll be available over on Patreon as it normally is. Links always in the description for you. And if you enjoyed the video, by all means give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you hit that sub button, especially if you enjoy this series or any of the others that I cover on my channel. There's quite a few series we've gone through so far, and I will see you for episode 6 very shortly. Till then, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you for the next one.